then you need the specialist. So you need 4.
No. This is Death Trooper, not fucking this.
Dude.
There's no specialist
Yeah,
here.
Death Trooper. Yeah, there's a specialist. There's one with more armor than the rest of them.
It's a Fig Arts one?
It's not a Fig... I mean, the Fig Arts one is the most rare one to get. It's actually $170. Like, you find it around for that price.
You said you could get it for 20. Now I'm very confused.
No. The one you got, that's the basic Death Trooper. You can get it for around 30-something bucks online.
Oh, yeah?
But what I'm saying is there's a specialist with more armor. I got one, but I didn't get it from Fig Arts. I got it from Mafex.
I don't know, Brian. I think Dave's just trying to confuse you.
No,
yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to help him out, but
shit, I thought we were in a trial.
$30? Now I'm really
30-something, yeah.
Where you find it for 30?
Ami. They have, I think, that one, and they have the what's the other trooper? The hover tank trooper. Pretty cheap. They're like 40% off on most sites.
Hey man, smart fucking shopping, bro. Smart shopping. That's how you got to do it.
All right, I'm gonna be shopping. Just call me when I need to shut out the chat. No.
Well. What's up, everybody? Harrick and BX here, and welcome to episode 9 of Breaking the Mold. We're the newest podcast coming at you here each and every single week on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. If audio is your preferred platform, we got you covered. Check us out on iTunes and Google Play through Podcast Addict. Please remember to subscribe and leave a 5-star review. That's what all the cool kids do. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell. You'll get notified every time new content is uploaded to the channel. And
Kielbasa slam that like button.
There you go. Kielbasa slam it. I bought some turkey kielbasa this weekend, actually.
Ew, nasty.
Keeping the dream alive.
Sausage fest.
So if you're watching us live, guys, hop into the chat, chop it up with the rest of the ROC fam. We're gonna shout everybody in the chat out towards the end of the podcast, guys. Sorry we didn't get you last week. We promise we're doing it this time. We didn't forget you. But Frogman78, man, he sprung a surprise giveaway on us, and we ran out of time. So how awesome was that, right? Pretty dope. So,
awesome.
Yeah. So let's say what's up to the rest of the crew. First up, Energon Addict. How are you, Pop?
What's up? I'm here. It's Tuesday. I've had better days, but it's getting better now. You know, I'm here with my buddies, so let's have a good time.
There's been better days, but it'll always get brighter.
About tomorrow.
Tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Let me stop.
I thought it was I love you tomorrow. You don't love Dave?
I don't know
that's after drinking at NJCC this weekend. We'll all be fucking loving each other plenty, I'm sure.
We're sharing a room too.
All right.
All right, next up.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
JD, how are you this week?
I am excellent. Apparently, my dogs want to say hi too. Except they're looking that way. So anyway, yeah, I'm good. How are we all doing?
Good.
Very well.
Today was a very busy day.
Nice.
Very busy day.
Profitable, that means, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Cool.
Shop was very, very busy today. There's people in and out calling. It was good. It was a good day.
Good shit. Do you see like business pick up like during like when it starts to get a little warmer outside?
During Chinese New Year?
No, tax season.
Tax season.
Yeah, tax season, man. People got all that money burning a hole in their
They do.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I just saw the box outside in my lobby, 4K 65-inch TV. I was like, oh yeah, somebody got their check this week.
Oh. Was it one of the OLEDs?
I think so.
Oh yeah, that shit is money.
It's like, yeah, I ain't copping that yet. Not yet.
Come on, you gotta get on my level, Jose.
All right. Almost there, bro. I'm almost there. I'll catch up. Oh, all right. The Analyzer, Brian Brink. What's up?
Yo, what's up, people? Hey, I didn't get any responses back to my question last night. I have a Figure Arts Wonder Woman with a paint smudge on her ass, and I need help getting it off. So just hit me up.
Nobody cares, Brian. Nobody cares.
The key is
Put pants.
use your tongue.
Yep.
I guess that's one figure. I guess that's one figure you pose, with the back out, right?
Ass up, head down.
Ass down, ass up. Finish that
something
sentence.
like that. Something like that, man. Something like that.
You sure it's a paint scratch, or maybe Superman or Batman got a little too excited?
It is a blue mark.
Holy bat burners!
And he had blue bones. I'm not gonna finish that.
I have an extra pair of Mezco pants for a girl. You want me to give it to you, Brian? You can just
I don't even want to know
on.
how he got those. How did you get extra Mezco lady pants?
I got connections.
I think that's a story for off the air.
Yeah, I think so.
That's for the ROC challenge. That's his.
You're gonna
That's
be
his
able
goal.
to get into the hangout tonight to hear that story.
All right, Big Dom, what's up?
What's going on, everybody?
Chilling, man. How was your day?
Busy. It was a busy day.
Yeah, me too. Tuesdays have been kicking my ass like every single week. Like this is definitely the best part of Tuesdays every week now, for sure. All right, G Money.
What's up, guys? It's I'm actually the opposite this week. My Tuesday was relatively calm, unlike how it is on a regular basis.
Whoa, wait. Usually on Tuesday, you're saying you already had a long week.
I know, right?
You're telling me you haven't had a long week yet?
He works weekends.
No, I'm good. I got a lot of energy. I might be able to stay up till like 10:30 tonight. So
look out!
I know.
Gee.
It's called The Edge, and I'm living on it. It's
called Red Bull. First time.
Gary, just being signed on and have your camera off and you're muted doesn't mean you're on.
Listen, I like to actively listen to the chat.
Sure, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, listen.
Oh shit! Don't worry, Gary. I'm one of those too. Like you know what I'm saying. Usually, like on one of the off nights, Saturday night, we're doing an unbroadcasted hangout. Like I'm usually the quiet one and stuff. They're like Jose, and I'm like, hey, I'm just listening.
Right? Yeah, it's fascinating. The tangents. I won't make a tangent right now, but the hangouts are a great way just to kind of the conversations really take some pretty interesting twists and turns and. It's quite fascinating. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm done.
Nice. All right, Extra Zero, what's up?
How's it going, everybody? Having a busy day myself too. Lots going on at work. The IT world. I won't bore you with the details, but that can't bring me down because I had an awesome weekend.
Oh, please do. All
I had to do was say IT. There's no sleep in that. Jeez. And there really is no sleep in IT. So call your ass at 3 a.m. But yeah, no, I'm coming off a great weekend. Had a lot of fun this weekend. I know a lot of people in the realm saw the footage. My good friend T-Man978, he posted on his YouTube channel some coverage. We had Kevin Womack from the DMV action figure society. Antoine, of course, thanks to him for not only coming out but going live for us. So, it was a really good time this weekend. And coming off that weekend's brought a lot of energy into my week. So not only that, I finally got around to doing trying those Sumo citrus oranges that Bobby wouldn't shut the fuck up about, and they are a game changer. So,
what's the big deal? What's the big deal with those oranges?
You will never savor an orange like this. Like I sat there, and it's like it's the most ugly looking orange, right? It looks like an 80-year-old's tit. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then you peel it, and it looks like a regular orange, and you're like, what the fuck?
Jordan, you definitely work in IT because your sales skills are shit.
Well, without IT. Always remember that. So yeah, speaking of Kevin, we actually have him available to come in. So let me give him a ring.
Nice. So how was the meetup overall? Like I know the last one that you did was real successful.
Yeah.
Like how was this one compared to the last one? More people? Do you have a bigger turnout? Like how did it go?
It was more people. It was more figures. They keep getting better and better with every meetup, and it's great. We're getting some real momentum going. if anybody saw, we got a guy that lives in the area, pretty big YouTuber, Bolt Matrix. I met up with him at TFCon. We swapped info, and I've been talking back and forth with him on Twitter. And I also post little bits about the hangouts on Twitter. And he was like, "Man, you guys looking like you have a good time. Well, let me know, when the next one is." And unfortunately, he couldn't make the one in December. He had some family stuff going on then, but he was able to make this one, and we all had a good time. He brought a whole mess of like Korean robots and just different things from his collection that people didn't get to see. But the ultimate thing is, it's like we're all getting together, we're all coming together as people. A good friend of mine who isn't on social media, Garrett, he was there, and he's also an IT guy. Bolt Matrix is an IT guy, and then it's always refreshing when you see that beyond the collections, we're all real people and getting to know each other and forming some real friendships and bonding over toys. And shout out to the waitress that was there for all the people that ordered food and drinks.
Her name was Olivia.
Hey, yeah, she's actually not too hard on the eyes either. Obviously,
was she stacked? Because I know if Brian remembered her name, it was because probably she had
that cute little redhead nerdy vibe to her.
Where were the pictures of her in the realm?
They're in the footage.
Nice.
Yeah. Kevin says he'll be on in a minute. Kevin was one of the real MVPs there. He brought some really cool stuff, and I'll let him go into detail about that. But the thing I like is you get people together. Not everybody has the same capacity to buy figures. This is all a hobby that we love, and it's great to just be able to share our collections, because one of the things that I think we take for granted in our regular lives is that the day-to-day people we deal with, be it our families, our friends, our significant others, this really isn't their passion for the most part. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have all that many collector friends in my big my tight circle, and so it's really cool to get everybody together and we all have like an appreciation for stuff, and I always say you get that con vibe, right?
Well, it's good that you take the lead on stuff like that. Like, I think we discussed it before. And Dust does it all the time. Like, we don't have to wait for cons to get together. You could organize little meetups like this and hang out and have a good time.
Jason Lowry, he's come to the last two, and one of the things that he wants to do is get these rolling more often. Start getting stuff going in Virginia, and it's great to see that kind of inspiration. I know he gets together with like Darius and Rust and Anna, and Todd too. And I really appreciate the people that made the trek out from Virginia. I mean, that's some dedication to come and hang out for a few hours, get some food and drinks, and definitely it's something we want to try and get happening more often. I mean, we want to make kind of like this go viral. It doesn't have to be a Maryland thing. People are saying, "Oh wow, I wish these were in my area." The beauty of it is you can get something going. I mean, the first meetup we had, it was like 8 people. And, I thought, this is a pretty good turnout. And now we're popping like with like 20 people, and who knows what the next one's going to be. We might have our own little con. And I said to the waitress, Olivia, I was like, yeah, you probably think we're all really weird. She's like, you know what? Actually, no. There are people that come here for board games. There are people that come here for, like antiques and other like baseball cards and stuff. And,
what a bunch of nerds.
But if you think about it, how is what we do really different from that?
No, it really isn't.
Yeah. Jordan, I'll give you a lot of credit. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't had a chance to go based on scheduling, but like watching the pictures from the last one you did to this one, like you said, the variety of interest that people brought. It seemed like the last one was a lot of just normal Transformer stuff. And just looking at the pictures, it was really cool to see the scope of what people brought to share, and kind of appreciate.
We had
very cool.
A lot of Power Ranger stuff this go round. I tried to bring some Figuarts. T-Man's a big Marvel Legends guy. Kevin's a big Marvel Legends guy, and Hot Toys guy. The Pacific Rim stuff that Matt M, shout out to him. He picked up some of those Bandai Pacific Rim figures.
I was this close.
Dude,
that close to getting them. They look really good.
For $20, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's damn close to being Figuarts quality. I mean, the plastic is not as dense, but what you get is pretty damn good.
So that's part of that Robot Spirits line. I was always interested in those. I used to see them like in Midtown Comics here in the city, but never picked anything up. But just they came with accessories, and the price point was pretty decent for them. Like I figured, coming from Bandai Japan, that the quality of them had to be pretty good. And when I saw your photos, I dug that Gypsy Danger.
Yeah, I really recommend it. In fact, it's like one of those things. Like, man, I'm hyped for the movie, and for the price point, I'm in on these.
Did you get all? What was there? 3 of them?
There's 3 of them. I've only been able to get 2 of them so far. I've got Gypsy Avenger, whatever the other one is, the tan one. It's something Bracer.
Bracer.
And then Redeemer is the other one. It's got like a big spot. I'd get up and Bracer Phoenix.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw all 3 of them. I almost got them, but I didn't.
What stopped you? Stop.
Man, I got. You know me. I have too many fucking things going on all at once. Thank God for NJCC, or I can start getting rid of some shit.
What are you gonna get rid of?
All my Hasbro Transformers.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I'll have some other stuff too there, like Ninja Turtles and shit, but
I'm glad you said that the waitress over there though was thought that what you guys were doing was pretty cool, because I figured like something like that is that can't be something you see every day, like in a public place, like
it really isn't. And when we did the second one, which was a bit larger, when we did the first one, the waitress was kind of like what you would expect, which is like, oh, my kids love these things, and oh, it's so cool to see you guys aren't bothered by this, and we're like, yeah. It was like kind of like that whole condescending, but nice, but kind of condescending. When we went to Pub Dog the second go round, we had we didn't really have a waiter. We had a bartender, and he was pretty neutral. The waitress here, she was a lot more accepting, and also the fact that I think we might have been the easiest customer she had all day too. Yeah. You get a bunch of people together that are really respectful, and I think we were all pretty organized too.
Well, she was on point, man. She got all the bills right, and we kept moving around. She kept finding us. Like,
no need to ask for separate checks either. Yeah. That was impressive.
Nice. No. She must have done well in tips that day.
Did you guys have that part of the restaurant just like for you guys?
Yeah. So I called ahead, and I had a lot more interest this go round. And I asked for a reservation for 25. I was not expecting to get a whole room, which was pretty cool. When we walked in, we were in like this back room, and the cool thing about it was like the way Frisco's does like their beer lists. It's all like on a TV on the back. So like, it was cool to have like just all this table space to ourselves. I don't mind like people walking up, and we did have like some of like the wait staff and all coming up and checking out our stuff. Nice. And some passersby, but it was kind of cool to have that area back to ourselves. We didn't have to like explain what we were doing, but it's like, we're all extroverted enough, I think, to, for it to not be a big deal. And we got Kevin with us now. So Kevin.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, Kevin? Good, man. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Yeah, good to have you.
Thanks, man.
So you got to do this meetup thing for a second time. Just give us some impressions, some feedback. What'd you think? You also brought a lot of cool stuff with you.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It's funny because the first meetup, when we were all talking about it, I'm like, I don't really like play with toys in front of people.
Setting them up, having a big war and shit.
Yeah, but in all actuality, it's kind of funny because when you set the first meetup and T-Man told me about it, I'm like, toy meetup? I was like, that's kind of bold and brave, but you get to a point in your collecting that you like, I don't give a fuck. I do it because I love it. If anybody says something, I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it's sorry for me cussing. I cuss when I get excited, but
You're good.
Oh, hey, anything goes here, man.
okay. So basically, like I said, that first meetup was just like new and different to me, and we were like right on top of the bar area, so it was different. But this one, it was like perfect. Like we were in a cut in the back, you know, people like seeing us coming through, bringing stuff in, and it's funny how that some people actually really want to be a part of it, and they like remember some of the toys from their past childhood, but they don't have the courage enough to actually be like, oh, I like what I like, and forget you, forget you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the meetup was awesome, and with my small DMV group that I started a couple months ago, I'm trying to do that as well. But it's hard to try to get everybody together. You know, all of us are adults. You know, kids, wife, stuff like that, and to try to get 20 or 30 people that like figures and just do it for a hobby together at once is kind of hard. Somebody has to work, or a kid issue or something like that. But I mean, like I said, it's really exciting, and I really enjoy it because like it's nothing but us talking about the stuff that we like. It's different when you on a Facebook group and somebody see a picture and comment on it. But when we all together in the same room and you get to touch it, feel it, hold it, it changes your mind completely.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, man, dude, that Hulkbuster.
I was gonna say,
like someone's like, pick it up, and I put one hand under the crotch. I lift up. I'm like, it's not going up. I'm like,
yeah, right.
It is heavy as shit.
Right. I know when they told me that like Omega, I'm like, God damn, that's a big beast right there. and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pick it up. It's gonna feel like my Hulkbuster, and it's a pretty big piece.
Mm-hmm.
But I have never picked a toy up. When I lift the box up for my Hulkbuster, when I got it, I'm like life changing. Like, straight off the top. I mean, it's gonna be a centerpiece to anybody collection. I don't care what you collect. Like you can collect, doll babies. You put that on the coffee table, it's a wrap. Like
I'm just picturing somebody with like all those Hummel dolls and then bam, Hulkbuster right there.
Right.
Dude.
No, yeah. If you're the type to display in your home, that like all eyes are zeroing in on that thing because it's just that impressive. That's an incredible piece.
Can a glass shelf support that fucking thing?
Hell no.
I was gonna say.
Yo, Kev, at the meetup, like since you had that impressive piece, did you see any other figures there that people had that like kind of sparked you into like, damn, I might get this now?
Hold on 1 second. Yes, baby. They knew eggs. Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. I'll come up. All right. Thank you, baby. Sorry, fellas.
That's how it's done, boys.
Yeah. I tried to tell her leave me alone. I was doing a meetup. She's like, "What meetup?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's like a meeting, video meeting." But yeah, that what was that? With Extra Zero bought that Megatron. That was really nice. And I'm not a big KO guy, but I mean, you getting KOs nowadays. It's like better than the actual, official product. But that one, that Megatron he had was pretty nice with the lights and sounds in it.
Infinite transformation.
So,
For the record, I own the official too.
Oh, I do. Listen, I do too. But
Oh, behave.
I mean, I was kind of peeved about what I paid for the official. I think I paid like $285 after it was all said and done.
Wow.
But I got that first release one. That's just like the Dino bot. I'm like, am I really gonna pay $275? I'm thinking about doing like an Amazon Japan thing and get it for like $225. So, but what else impressed me? That I believe that that jet that formed, I think, was it Computron or not Computron, but it was like a knockoff. The quality, the plastic quality,
the Zeta toys.
Yeah, the Zeta toys one. The plastic quality was surprising to me for the amount they paid for each individual bot. But
wait, was there Zeta there? Or are you talking about the Jin Bao thing?
Jin Bao, I think.
Oh, okay.
Find Superion.
I think whatchamacallit had it. Bolt Matrix had it. Yeah.
Yep.
But that was a really cool piece. It wouldn't be a piece I'll get. I like my combiners more like bulky and like almost like IDW type. But it was a nice piece though.
I think the next one I'll bring my Feral Rex because I don't think all that many people ever seen that one.
Oldie but goodie.
Oldie but goodie, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. When I talk to most of the people from my group from the little DMV Action Figure Society, of course, everybody weeks and months prior, like, yeah, I'll be there, I'm gonna be there, and then of course, last minute, oh, I got this to do, that to do. Oh, we all grown to understand, but I was excited when I first met most of the guys from around because most of them are really dedicated and they plant stuff around that so they can be there. And I understand, we all grown and got stuff to do, but I was like, you know what? Most of these realm guys, they transformer guys. I'm gonna bring some hot toys. but that's what it's about, You share what you like, I share what I like.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we all share the same stuff. Right, exactly.
And that's what I was saying earlier. It's like it's a good feeling because like with your a lot of you're in a circle and family and all, they don't appreciate this stuff, and it's cool to be able to expose friends to stuff that they wouldn't have the opportunity to just go and see on a day-to-day basis. You can't walk into a store and see half this stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think my biggest thing is about collecting is I don't know if a lot of people know because I don't talk to many people, but I had like a shitty childhood, like a real fucked up childhood in the city, violence, parents on drugs. So I used to always see the toys, but I couldn't obtain them. So now, as a grown adult, when I first started collecting probably in, 16, 17 years ago, I literally walked into Walmart and seen like Marvel Legends Sentinel Wave sitting there. And I was like, $10? I'm like, shit, that's high for toys.
But now look how much you're spending, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I wound up just like, I went in there seeing it like, oh man, this shit look cool. I bought the whole thing. Went home, put the Sentinel together, and was like, it was a wrap after that. Like, I did little stuff here and there, but after that, they got me hooked. And then when I found out about Masterpiece, like years ago, I'm like, what? The Transformers I used to watch, even though I watched it on VHS, but because I didn't have cable or nothing, but it was on after that. So
nice. And dude, you mentioned you said this was your second meetup, right?
Yeah, this is my second. The first one was at the pub out Columbia. I think it was like the Dog Pub or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you mentioned about kind of being like a little apprehensive, coming to like a toy thing because, like you said, it's kind of personal and stuff like that. I know most of us, we were actually just mentioning it earlier, like how a lot of us don't have people that are just kind of like right next door. That they could enjoy the hobby with and stuff like that, like, do you feel better now that you've been out like in a public setting, like with everybody else, and that you could do that and that it's okay?
Yeah, that's the funny thing you say that. The first time I'm like, what the hell? Like, people won't be looking at me and all that. Like, I know I'm looking at most of us in this group, and you know how like somebody can look at you. I consider myself a cool nerd. Right, I play every sport. I played on high levels. I played basketball. I was about to go to college for a scholarship, lacrosse, football, everything. Like no one even knows I collect until I say something. Mm-hmm. And it's like they be like, "You like toys?" I'm like, "Action figures." I was like, what I'm saying? They like, "Oh, you play with them?" I said, "No, I buy them. I like them. I pose them. I put them in the glass, and I enjoy them. I might sit down and watch TV in my basement and just enjoy them." And then I like, that coolie nerd feeling I get when somebody like, oh man, I remember this from my childhood. Is that RoboCop? Oh my God, that looked just like him. I like that. But I don't think people fully appreciate it like when I go to a meetup or when somebody actually that loves that property see it. Because, people that love that property, like, oh man, I had something like this when I was younger, or I can relate to it. But my wife, like, at like all our wives probably, another box from Amazon.
Dude, I was sneaking them in for so long, bro. Trust me.
Yo, Kev, how do you go about with the amount that the shit is? Like, you share that with her, or like she has no idea?
No. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because I'm one of them guys. Like I'm all about. I don't give a fuck. Nobody can know I collect. I collect for myself. So like, but it's cool to share it. Well, my whole thing about starting the DMV thing, it was just like for local like dudes trying to collect Marvel Legends and just get some conversation back and forth in the DMV area. and just have somebody else other than like your significant other can relate to it. But
right,
man, I would like one day I hit Cincy Nerd up. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy, but I hit him up and like, yo, you take your wife to like these spots and she see the price tags and she ain't tripping. But he was like, "Oh, she know that." I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. She'll never know."
Yeah, we have a saying: everything is always $40.
$40.
That's it.
It was on sale, baby. It was on sale.
Well, I like the old saying, like, "Oh, it was in my trunk. It's been in my trunk for a while." Or my buddy gave me this. Yeah.
Yo, Kev. You know what I did last TF Con, man?
What's that?
Last TF Con, half the shit I bought, like when Jose drove, so he dropped me off.
I
opened the garage door, put half of the shit in the garage door, came in with 2 boxes, walked in, waited till she fell asleep, and then fucking brought the rest. And I'm looking around right now, making sure she ain't listening.
Hold on, that's funny shit because I'm about to take this off. So I do the same shit. Like if I know I bought a lot of shit, I'll just like keep it in my trunk forever. And like when she go to open my trunk and we got groceries or something, I'll be like, "Oh no, I got it, babe." Throw this shit in the back seat, like, "Oh, put it in the back seat." She like, "You don't like shit in your back seat." I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's easier for us to grab." But I mean, it's funny because like we all grown, man. With and it's another thing. It's something I was talking to somebody on a Facebook group. I'm like, yo, I'm a grown man with 2 kids, a 12-year-old, a 4-year-old. Private school, house, real bills, real work, stuff like that. It's different as us collectors and like somebody that's 20 and 18 living with their parents and stuff like that. And I'm not knocking anybody living with their parents. Everybody have their own thing going on. As long as you're trying to, better yourself, live with them as much as you want. Who knows? You're probably taking care of them. But don't sit here and say, "Oh, I collect this and collect that." Half of these dudes don't even collect. They just buy because it's cool, and then they trade and selling it off. I'm so retarded. Once I buy something, it's mine forever. That's how I feel. So,
I'm kind of similar with that.
Yeah, I have my whole approach for a third party. Like nothing's a placeholder anymore.
Yeah.
Nice. So good to hear about the meetup and stuff. Like, so obviously you're down to always go to another one whenever you guys do that. And stuff. Thanks for hopping on and like sharing, dude. Like where can people find you like online and stuff on social media? Where are you at?
Yeah, so it's funny that you say that. You can always find me on D.M.V Action Figure Society. That's just it was a local type thing, but we expanded it. We might be changing the name to just to go international because we'll still share local. But it's better for us to have an international thing. So when stuff start hitting in like Cali and stuff like that across seas, we can know what's going on. But I just actually started I have a YouTube page, but it ain't too much shit on it now. It was more like I hate talking. I hate my voice. I hate listening to my voice back. I sound like a 12-year-old girl, but
nah, you're good.
You're fine.
You're good, bro. You're good.
But hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let me just make sure I get this right. But I'm on Facebook. But what I've been trying to do lately is separate my personal Facebook page, which I really don't post shit except my kids, and my hobby, which is collecting toys. But I find Instagram a little bit more easy to share and just get stuff out there real fast. So on Instagram, I'm Killer Kev. That's KILLA KEV _ the THE _ Plastic Fiend.
Nice.
Cool.
But
right, sweet.
I appreciate it, man. It's like my first time doing a hangout. It's pretty interesting. I'm like looking at myself, looking at y'all. But,
yeah, dude, it's a cool thing for sure. And thank you for being a guest. This is actually like a concept that we've been trying to introduce for a while. We had Frogman78 on last week. You're basically our second call-in guest. So, we appreciate having you on and sharing some stories. And, always looking forward. You're always welcome in the future. Have you hop on, talk for a little bit and stuff like that. And we always do this unbroadcasted afterwards. So if you ever got the time, you ever want to chill after 9:30, we go off the air. You could always hop in and just shoot the shit. We're always on till like midnight, 1 in the morning, just
Yeah, we'll post a link. We'll usually post a link on the Facebook page.
All right, perfect, man. Well, I want to tell you, I appreciate all you guys for letting me join. You know, I feel like I'm around a bunch of big dogs right now. So, anytime you guys want me on, or anytime I get something super cool in and I hit y'all up, just let me know. I'm always willing to jump on if I ain't working.
All right, cool, dude.
Yeah, it was
awesome. Right, thanks so much, man. It's really good hearing from you.
All right, man. Awesome. Have a good one, fellas.
Take care.
Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Peace out. Yeah, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh,
the call. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like, just the call in thing is like I like the concept of it because it's just kind of giving the community a chance to have their voices heard. Guys that aren't usually on these live things, or even guys that don't hop into the unbroadcasted hangouts. It's not too hard. You know what I'm saying? We're here.
Easy.
Hop in, easy, share a story or two, and dude, it's always good times. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I love it. I wanted to ask you guys though, because that meetup.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Brian doesn't bite that
hard.
So what were you saying, Jose?
Dude, I'm sorry, but the meetup, you guys had a ton of shit like on that table. I was absolutely. Just like, wow. So it's cool, everybody brings their stuff so everybody could see it. But I wanted to ask you guys, going from that, is anybody else feeling like this Chinese New Year's drought? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you guys is there anything coming out that you guys have been like interested in looking at? Have you guys gotten anything in recently? Like, I feel like there hasn't been much.
Well, Jose, I'll tell you this. You know me. I buy something every fucking week, right?
Because you're in so many fucking rabbit holes, bro. I can't even count. I lost count.
I haven't bought a damn thing. I haven't bought anything.
What?
Yeah, that, and I'm finding that through this drought. I mean, I could be wrong, but at least with the stuff I collect, like the 112, Star Wars shit, the SH Figuarts, I'll say it again. It's not going. It's not like it's going cheaper. It's getting more expensive. Mm-hmm. I noticed that the price went up. I guess they know that that China's on a low, and Japan will raise their prices. But I could be wrong. We had that discussion about the Japanese dollar earlier before the show started.
Yen.
But I just noticed that it's just been going up. Yeah, the yen. My bad, bro. I drink a lot of pot. I should know that in the business I'm in, but whatever. JPY, fucking yen. Yes. I noticed that the price has been going up because I've been looking like, hey, I'll just buy a few Figuarts this week. There ain't nothing really that I'm looking for necessarily, and I find that the prices went up like just by a few dollars, but still, it's like not worth it.
Yeah,
like, dude, I'd rather wait till this goes away to start buying shit again.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same like where it was a couple of years ago, and I try to be wary because sometimes I figure like the Chinese New Year shouldn't affect like if you're ordering from Japan or anything like that, but there's just nothing out that I want.
Right. Yep.
It's just, and I try not to, I've been trying to scale back the things I collect. So it's not like there's always something there. Like, I guess that's the remedy. Like, what I'm saying? If you're not pigeonholed into one thing, then maybe you're not feeling the drought, maybe you're, you're not thirsty at all.
That's kind of, well, it's kind of the boat I'm in. I mean, like, I got this Cycle here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care. Action Robo DX. And he comes with 3 Psycho faces. He's Psycho. And this is like I've been saying to you guys, this is like when I go and get my, fill holes in my backlog. I ordered the Soul Chigokin, Galgaigar. Now I'm looking for a Daltonius. If I'm saying it wrong, don't eat me up in the comments. But the thing that was almost Voltron, we'll call it that, Big O. And, going back and getting some of these Figuarts from the Marvel Cinematic Universe I missed out, and some Figma video game figures that I missed out on. So, I use my time to just get stuff I missed, and I don't really feel the drought, and it's always a good time for me.
Well, that's a good strategy then.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Sorry, Gary.
No, that's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, like, I've kind of done something different where I think, you buy a figure and you get a bunch of accessories maybe, and you put it, you pose it. Sorry. and I don't touch those accessories for a while. So I've gone back and kind of pulled stuff out and maybe reposed something or, reorganized the shelf and, changed up the hands. I don't know, the weapons, just something to keep it entertaining, change it from one mode to another if it's a transformer. Just trying to enjoy the stuff I already have. Just trying to enjoy the stuff that I already have, versus, trying to find something new to get that feeling again for a little bit. So.
Yeah, for me, I think last year I went on that Batman kick, if I remember correctly.
You did. Mm-hmm. You did.
But this year I didn't really feel it. Feel the squeeze. I think two things. One, ZoloCon. I mean, if you've got a local convention, go to that. You might find something to satisfy your urge to buy something. If you can't find something that's new coming out and you can't wait for it or whatever. But also too, when it comes to Chinese New Year, it's usually third-party Transformers, right? Is that where we feel the squeeze mostly? Waiting for that stuff to come out?
Retail feels the squeeze too.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I think retail can plan better for it, but
I think they could.
Yeah, I think for me though, I just want to say real quick, Jordan, is that there's not many Transformers that I want to buy.
Well, I was going to kind of say that too.
Yeah.
And distribution's been kind of lousy. You know what's not for nothing? I saw like pre-order on BBTS show up for Darth Revan for $25, the Black Series, right? So I wonder during this drought how much backlog from Hasbro we're going to see finally show up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Wave 4 Titan's Return just hit the shelf and just stay there.
I wish.
Yeah.
But that's the dream.
But don't you guys think that we warrant a break? You know what I mean? Spending money like every week on end, like new pre-orders coming out. I think we do, man.
You can take a break whenever you want.
Well,
I actually have money. I actually have money in my checking account.
I guess I definitely. It's like, I use this time to play catch up and and stuff. I don't prioritize, and I got my Pacific Rim job right here, and I got the I'm caught. I'm going in for some SOC stuff and some more Figuarts. I'll probably catch up and get like Rashid from the Street Fighter line, and I for me that kind of is the break. It's like I'm not pressured into a new Fans toys coming out. I gotta plunk my money down. All new the car is coming out. I gotta plunk my money down. So. And the thing is, it's like all this stuff that I do buy during the break. It's stuff that I'm not pressed if like my funds don't line up and go, I can't really swing this, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no pressure there, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I just hated the fact that with regards to retail, it's just at like the Chinese New Year's happens, new releases are coming out. People, whether they know it's Chinese New Year and that the quantity is going to be limited in the next month or so, they just go crazy and they just hunt for those new releases that are hitting stores, and it's like you'll never find them until say whatever June comes around, because at the end of the day, them replenishing their stock or doing their spring reset, it's just really, really slow, and it just. Sometimes they don't even put figures out and they keep them in the back because the reset hasn't happened. So they don't have a peg to hang them up on. So you're like, it's a period where it gets very annoying. And as a collector, you got to be careful because, it's just you like patient safe pockets and like, those figures will eventually come out again. And sometimes they don't and you get burnt. But at the end of the day, it's just really ticks me off because it just becomes like a feeding frenzy when it comes out to those new releases, because all those new Marvel figures are hitting stores. They're hitting different stores, and then not everybody has them, and then when they do have them, they're not on the floor because the reset, there's no pegs for them, and then they'll keep them in the back, or you have to scavenge through the pallets and stuff like that. It just becomes a nightmare to actually get something that you actually want.
Hey Dom, have you ever scavenged through a pallet before though?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like with them knowing you were there or no?
Oh yeah.
I don't think Dom can go anywhere and them not know he's there.
Yeah. I'm not a little guy that can hide around corners and shit. So I'm very visible.
All right, guys. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Real quick, I just wanted to introduce our second call-in guest of the evening. We got True Star Screamer in the house. What's up?
What's up, guys? It is a pleasure.
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Dave?
All right, happy to have you here, brother.
Oh yeah.
So, do you want to chime in, Dave? What do you feel, Dave? How do you feel about this lull? What do you do?
Well, I'll be frank. I've been going a little more on the domestic side as of late. I kind of had to tone down my hobbies from the imports to the lately. Just, I mean, this time of year normally, hell, I'd have a stockpile just to, kind of deal myself out for the low.
Oh, that's good. That's actually a good concept because at the end of the day, you want to save some money and then just go through your stockpile and enjoy those toys.
I mean, I still have a box of backlog from like 3 years ago.
Oh.
It just because stuff would come out, and then we'd have a huge wave of things, and then like little things would drop in the middle. I'd be like, okay, I'll get to that later. And this time of year is when I'm like, oh yeah, I did buy that.
I felt like that at Mezco because as we all joke around with Mezco, it's like you're collecting pre-orders. But then once there's a given month, they'll drop I think in December they dropped like 6 figures. Close to it, and it was just like I got 6 figures in a whole 1 month.
When you guys are in a situation like that, are you?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Like, are you guys paying up front so when they come out, it's not much of a hit? Oh, so you're paying right there, and then you gotta fish it all out.
Usually, I buy my Mezcos through like BBTS or the exclusives. You have to go through the site, but if you go through the site, you have to pay up front, and which I don't prefer. I'd rather just wait. When it comes to me, I'll pay. But it's just when you get like 6, when you get 5 releases in December, especially during Christmas, it hurts.
Yeah. I'm glad I have Dom and Chris to pre-order all my Mezco for me. So that way I don't gotta pay for that shit up front.
I'm gonna put this burger on my dashboard. It's gonna be on layaway.
You guys are going through the low right now. I'm sitting here I'm getting hit from the left here, and getting hit from the and getting hit from the right here.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I saw you post something earlier about like you need some space, so you're getting rid of like your G1 collection. That seems to be like the latest trend. Everybody's getting rid of their Transformers. Like, are you down that many rabbit holes that you want to get rid of the G1 stuff?
Well, it was kind of, I mean, okay, we're all big kids, and they were the toys my parents never bought me. And when I first got in the hobby, the G1s was what I was going for. G1, hit the vintage toy stores, hit the flea markets. And then, hey, what's this Armada stuff? Oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh, hey, what's this Energon stuff? Okay, the show sucks, but the toy's kind of cool. And then
and so what's this Masterpiece stuff? And then, oh my god.
Well, the Masterpiece came out, and then I'm looking at my stuff.
I don't need no stinking G1.
Well, it was actually the day last week I got the Avengers wave, and I'm literally going, where the heck am I going to put it? And I realized that my display room kind of is hitting critical mass. And I realized I have not touched my G1 stuff. Like, I don't even look at that.
Oh, wow.
So it's the actual G1 collection, not just like G1 Transformers characters.
No, it was my vintage. It was my vintage because it was like, okay, do I box this up? And I realized if I box this up, I'm never going to look at it. And if it's not, what's the purpose of a display room if you're not displaying?
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, Dave, I didn't mean to rock roll you.
One thing, I'm not. Now I'm rock rolling.
Yeah, I'm rock rolling. But Brian, you're kind of doing the same thing, right? Brian, you're bringing some stuff like the Thundercats, your old Thundercats, old cheap, 80s toys, right?
Yep, I'm bringing the toys from my childhood. I don't need them, so they're just taking up space. I need to put those empty totes somewhere. So, hey, quick question for you guys that have a backlog of things to open. Well, so you said you're going to do that, during the drought, so to speak.
I don't have a backlog to open. It's a backlog to buy.
I was talking to our guest, so anyway. I
guess I know when to shut the fuck up.
So, dude, when you get that stuff and you haven't opened it in so long, you're like, do you really want it? Do you regret? You're like, oh, it's like, what did I buy this for? You know,
I haven't had the regret, but I've gotten the point for some things where I'm scared to open it because of the depreciation in value.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking right now at a sealed Dark of the Moon Prime, not Dark of the Moon, but Revenge of the Fallen Prime and Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire.
That's big money.
Mm-hmm. You know,
sell it, get rid of that.
But I'm just saying, it's like I bought them and I never bothered to open them because other stuff started coming out. I mean, when I bought those, it's when I was moving into my house, and so I'm like, okay, I'll put it on a display shelf later, and then I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I never got it. From Transformers Prime, I've got a Shockwave I never opened up, and that one I know is like selling.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
for a lot of people. He's like the generation Shockwave.
So it's kind of scary not scary, but it's like I get to that, I'm like, I want it, but it's not worth having. I could sell it for 5 times what I bought it for.
Yeah, I would definitely sell it. We're kind of going through that now. We're getting stuff ready for NJCC, and we're probably looking through our collections, doing the same thing at the moment, saying, what the fuck are we going to get rid of?
Yep. Dude, I'm at a fucking crossroads with my fig arts. I'm like, I know I could bring them, and they don't take up a lot of space, and they'd probably be easy money, but I'm like, damn, like, do I want to get rid of this shit? Like, I don't know.
Well, Jose, there's a guy, his name rhymes with Textra Hero. He has a backlog that he needs to fill.
Somebody else already hit me up too, asking for a list. I'm like, I got you guys. I got you.
And it's funny. I've been looking at. I mean, I put it in my hand. I'm like, I'm not ready. But now's the time. Like I'm not ready yet. Put it back.
Brian, keep me, Brian. Keep me. Remember all those fun times that we had?
Yeah, it's got to be the subtitle for NJCC where the ROC just exchanges their shit with each other.
Yo, dude,
I opened my Vulcans.
What was that, Dave?
I was just gonna say he's so right, Gary, because like I already owe money to people. I'm not even fucking there yet. I think I got 2 boxes of toys to pick up at NJCC, and I'm fucking taking 4. So like, I hope it sells something. You know what I mean?
I think David's trying to find figures for me so we could just even out.
Next year, it's like I sold my soul, and now strange things are happening.
Yeah, like I think what did you send me that picture, Dave, of General Grievous, and you're like, I don't know if I want to get rid of this.
I sent it to you, and like I sent it to Gary, and Gary's like, when's the last time you looked at that? I was like, I don't know, and I was like, but that's the part of the problem, you know.
Gary,
had it, and Gary's like, just get rid of it. You don't need it.
Yep,
I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Gary's like the Phil McGraw of collecting.
That's funny.
I think Gary last time he gave that figure some love.
No, he makes a lot of sense because he said, Dave, you could sell all that bullshit you don't play with and get yourself some Hot Toys. I'm like, my guy.
I will tell you now, I'm never going to go Dull Life.
Never say never. I think I said the same thing last year this time.
So real talk, I saw that Hulkbuster, right? And Kevin brought his Hulk too. And like I was looking at that Hulkbuster and I was like, man, I really want that. And
that Hulkbuster is mecha. That thing is mecha. It's not a doll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So
it's in the name.
But you can fit a doll in it.
Yeah, you can fit a doll in it. It's like a sarcophagus for your dolls. I think it'd be funny though if someone put like one of the like a Mego Iron Man in there. Like you have this like really impressive piece and you open it up and it's like the shit Mego figure. But like no real talk, it's like what scares me away from doll life. And it's serious, like not me joking, is one, I had like some of the Watchmen figures, like remember those high-end DC 12-inch figures they did? Mm-hmm. And like all the faux leather on my Comedian just like dry rotted.
That's the big thing, is the deterioration factor of the.
Yep. And it was I put it in the box. I had it in the box. I had it in a safe environment, and it just deteriorated. So second is, I was thinking like, well, Hulk and Hulkbuster, and Matt M, Parts Former, he's in the realm. He's like, yo, man, I had that Hulk, and the thing, just from the weight of it standing, the ball joint just disintegrated. It split on itself. So yeah. That's something I couldn't handle. If that happened, like my figure just broke from standing still, I'd be like, fuck.
But you know what, though, Jordan? I think that applies to just about anything, because, you can put a Transformer on your shelf and pose it and not touch it. And then the next time you go and manipulate it, you're like, holy shit, these joints are freaking weak as hell, and it doesn't hold the pose that it used to. Or, you kind of notice that it's starting to slip. So
yeah.
Here's your floor life.
Yo, Gary, I can't hold some poses that I used to.
That's because of gravity, Dom.
Shout out to wellness,
dude.
Yeah.
What do you
get rid of me? You want to get rid of me, Gary?
Get my Hot Toys figure. Get my Hot Toys Hulk a chair.
See, look, Screamer got the solution for all your problems right there. He was just holding up some floor polish for the audio listeners.
Floor polish, yeah.
He's got some pledge.
Just pledge now.
Well, it's a little different though, I think, for the doll life.
One thing
they have a lot of the soft goods. I mean, most times the rubbery material does not hold up. I remember I was all in on that Hellboy figure that came out years and years ago, and some company just did a knockoff of it pretty much just recently and added a new head, and it still has the same problems. The skin is a rubbery material. It's not going to hold up. The jacket's going to fall apart. His pants are going to fall apart.
Okay, so let me pose a question, though. Mm-hmm. How long do we think we're going to hold on to all this stuff for?
Forever.
No, but I'm just saying.
Well, for me, it's like half of it's going in NJCC. So
there you go.
But I just think it's interesting, because if you get something right and you get it out and you give it the respect of being able to display it. Kevin was just talking about it. He gets to you look at it, you enjoy it when you're doing other things. So there's value placed on that. But if you're holding it just for the sake of some future, I don't know, right? Just accumulation. Everything's going to deteriorate, right? Your car's going to rust eventually. Your house is going to age. I don't know.
That's think exactly it's any different. What was going through my head when I sold my G1s, actually.
Yeah.
Because I needed that space out to bring stuff in that I was going to be using. I mean, I'm a photographer. I need stuff I can pose. If I want bricks, I didn't need a brick house. So that area's moved out. I'm putting redoing all my Marvel Legends right now, and hopefully once this all gets set up, I'll be shutterbugging like no tomorrow.
Nice. So during this time, you're not really feeling the drought, just because there's a lot of other things that you're collecting.
Well, it's not even collecting. I mean, I think more than anything else, if I'm not collecting, I'm doing photography. I like ACBA. I try to. Total plug here, my Instagram at TrueStarScreamer. I try to do all kinds of just setting things up, whether with using effects. I wouldn't use like any cheap cardboard backdrop or anything like that, mind you. But
shout out to Crashbox.
But at the same time, that's if there's a dead time, I got my figures. I'm using them.
Yeah. See, and that's a good thing. I think we all forget that. Like, we all get so much shit. Like, Dave should be right. Like, I think we should all enjoy the downtime. If it is a downtime for you, like, save some money and appreciate the stuff that you already got.
Yeah.
I think I made the comment last week that it's like, one of the things that happens to me too is, and Dave's right here. It's I spend so much time looking forward to what's coming next. I forget about appreciating what I do have.
Mm-hmm.
Not me. That's why I build. It gives me a whole new appreciation for everything that's on my shelves.
Good. When you come down,
the
you build
stuff
an
that I actually have. You know what I mean? Then I get a new toy. Oh, cool. Well, I can add this to this. And then it just enhances it that much more.
After seeing what you've been working on for the giveaway, man, I think my commission's going to be coming.
Fair enough,
dude. I was glued to my screen for that giveaway.
Oh, wait till you see the reveal, Dave. It's pretty epic.
That's dope. That's dope. Have you guys, like the guys that are feeling the drought, have you had any, Brian, I know you're full of realm of regret, but has anybody else bought things in haste during this drought that you kind of regretted buying later? Anything in particular that you guys could point out?
MP5G.
The gold one? I think that was on sale, right? On one of the,
Yeah,
on one
80,
of the,
Oh my!
even for the 80, you're disappointed?
I don't have it yet. It's in the mail still. I went with the EBTS Saver shipping, but it's like after I'm like, fuck did I do this? Oh yeah, I'm a completionist.
He doesn't even have it in his realm of regret. That's funny.
You just want to give me money for regret, you know? You just no.
Brian, you're feeling that Mazinger, right?
Yeah.
That's why you just hold it up.
Yeah.
Dude, what else was in that box, Brian? Besides that,
a shit ton of accessories.
Yeah,
but you know, it's funny. Yeah, I was posting something in the Open Your Toys group because these guys were interested in this, and someone just commented about an hour ago, said, hey, that's actually in real life scale to your SOC Voltron. I'm like, don't fucking say that. And I was like, no, I still don't want it. Keep going. But I got someone on the line. Might take it off my hands.
Wait,
pretty excited about that. Yep. And
yeah. If they don't come through.
Oh, really? Wow! Look at this.
Look, hey, right everybody! There. Jordan is your regret meal ticket. Jordan is your regret meal ticket.
Somebody got their tax money.
That's right. Somebody's feeling the loan.
And a 20% bonus. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, nice. Fucking nice.
Oh, good. He's buying us all dinner this weekend.
Yeah.
One
going to Sizzler.
Oh, well, David, not Energon Addict. I'm talking to True Star Screamer. Thank you for hopping on tonight and chiming in on the topic. Where can people, no doubt, where can people find you online?
I am most active on Instagram at True Star Screamer. I had the failed YouTube channel, but so I'd say I probably put more love into my Instagram more than anything else right now.
Cool.
And you're pretty active in the groups too.
Yeah. Yep. Hey Dave, before you depart, what's that shelf behind you? What is that? That's very interesting. I like it.
This one?
It's got different like cubby sizes and whatnot.
Yeah,
he has the Dino King Fans Projects Dino King over there.
Yep, yes I do.
Yeah, but like the shelf, where'd you get that shelf unit?
I used to sell furniture.
Oh, so you made that?
No. It was from one of our distributors.
It from your old job?
Something like that.
Broken material. No. It's a company called, I'm not paid for plug. It's a company called Coaster that made it. I thought it was a really neat geometric shelf, so I like that. And it's
good.
Works well.
That's pretty rad looking.
Yeah, it is.
It's different.
So I can get the big stuff, the small stuff.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
So, all right.
Cool.
Nice. Well, thanks for hopping on, brother, and looking forward to have you on a future podcast.
Hey, Dave, I'm following you on Instagram. You better follow me back, motherfucker. That's what I'm
all right. I've been following you back. All right, man. I'll catch you guys later.
Later, Dave.
All right.
Cool.
Later, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, guys. So listen, if anybody enjoyed that and enjoyed the guest that we had on, if you want a guest on Breaking the Mold, I posted a thread in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. Just chime in or send us an email at breakingthemoldcast@gmail.com, and we'll plan and slot you in on a future episode. Like we said earlier, we want to kind of give back to the community and give them a little bit of a voice, and have a couple of guys just jump on the episode and give their thoughts on what we're talking about.
If we don't pick you, that means we don't like you. So don't worry about that.
Wow. No. Dom's a savage tonight. What the hell are we drinking today, bro?
It's like in Star Trek when you go evil, you get a goatee.
It's my bad cop day today, so it's a good cop will come out. till next week.
I think we can always tell depending on which picture is behind Dom in the background, right?
Oh, it's my wedding picture. What are you trying to say there, Gary?
No. I'm just saying it's not the football photo. It's not the same one. So
I actually got our photos that we purchased from our vacation in, so we had to do some rearranging. And my football picture went into retirement.
Yeah.
I lost the battle.
Well, Dom, they say art imitates life.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I thought Dom was just getting his game face on for this weekend, being a vendor. He's this guy. Get all angry.
No.
Well,
No.
speaking of this weekend, NJCC.
Yes.
NJCC guys, are we all going to be there? Everybody on the panel?
I think so.
I believe
I'm
so.
probably our only tentative. It just depends on whether or not this project at work gets made.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Don't fucking flake, bro. Don't flake.
No, it's.
Come on, we need to all of us together.
Jordan, you got 3 more days. Get it done.
I know, but I have a critical vulnerability assessment I got hit with. So I'll talk to you all about it off air. But
Control Alt Delete. Control.
I would talk about it, but I don't want JD to pull an impression of Brian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm not impersonating anybody. Sleepy.
You better.
That was my story
You better be there.
Yeah, we all need to be together so we can. The true Hurricane BX can come out and get all of us.
Yep, it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Guys, just in case you don't know, NJCC is this weekend, and it's at the Holiday Inn at Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It's very, very close to Philly. And this is kind of like a home base. We're going to talk about this a lot more on next week's show. We're going to have a special guest. I'll tell you who it is at the end of the show. And I'm just looking forward to this weekend because, like I said, we're going to talk about it, but this is going to be, like, I think the biggest presence that the Realm has ever had at this show. And since I started going, like, in 2015, like, every show just gets bigger and better. Not that the size of the venue grows, but just as far as people that are involved with the Realm, more and more people show up, and it's gotten to the point where we're basically taking up a whole island, a whole sales island, so to speak. At that convention, and the Realm is donating a door prize. Shout out to G Money for that, and it just shows that there's just big things like on the horizon as far as what we're doing. So you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Sell some shit and hopefully make some money because just like you, Dave, I'm in for Brian for like 180, and I think I owe Tom about 120 or so for some figures I asked him for. So I'm hoping I could sell some shit so I could pay them.
Jose, I know you can take care of all that debt with one simple transaction. Wow. I'll make it all go away.
Yeah.
I think we all
Jose, I'll give you 50 on top of whatever Gary's giving you.
So Gary, I mean, I can
outbid him.
I can help you with that, man. But it will cost you.
You're not going to be
not anything money. If he takes me up on my trade.
Oh, really?
I'll move heaven and earth.
Ooh.
Heaven and earth.
Oh. This is intriguing.
Let's work this deal out. I'll commission it.
What trade is this? What trade are you?
I don't remember that. Yeah, what trade is this?
Hulkbuster for Voltron.
Oh, fuck that.
No way.
Hey, Gary, Hulkbuster for Mazinger Z.
Yeah, there you go.
Brian, stop it. You're trying to do what Dave did and confuse me.
That box is nice and shiny. Look at that box. It's all the worth it.
I'll give you
Brian, I could give you the Voltron box and you can disguise it.
Yeah.
Why does mine look different than everyone else's?
Well, I want to. Oh, go ahead, brother.
I was going to say it's limited edition. I was trying to make a bad joke. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I wanted to ask everybody, like for everybody here that's going, how prepared are you for the show? Have you guys picked out what you're selling? You got it all locked down? What's happening? Because I know I barely did shit. I barely did that.
It's just a few days
away.
I have probably maybe 10 boxes of shit so far.
Oh, wow.
I still have my third floor to go through yet.
How many tables you got, bro?
One table.
Yeah. JD's going to have a map at his table to his vehicle in the parking lot.
Maybe.
Those tables aren't that big, remember, bro.
No, and you're sharing with Dom, like you're next to him. So
no, I got my own table.
What are you saying, Gary? What are you saying, Dave?
I don't know. I know you were looking for real estate earlier, man.
You think I need an extra room, Dave?
Yeah, you were asking around. You were like, "Hey, so what are you guys bringing?" You asked me earlier, "How many boxes you have, Dave?"
We'll see what Sunday looks like.
Yeah.
He's looking at how much extra table space you could take up and shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a light load for me because I haven't done shit, and it's gonna probably be a Thursday night. Just throw whatever's in the freaking truck, and that's it.
So just don't forget my shit, Dom.
Okay, I'll forget your shit.
There you go.
Yeah,
you're already made money. You're not even there yet.
So let me just. We already made the joke about like the ROC buying each other's shit, but what Dave said earlier is 100% true. For anyone listening who hasn't actually seen what this looks like firsthand, once everyone meets up, you see this person give a box of crap to this person, and this other person gives some money to this person, and this person opens up the trunk and pulls out a bag full of other shit, and then gives it to somebody else, and the show hasn't even started. It's quite entertaining to see what
what happens around 2:00, 2:30 at the show calms down. It gets a little quiet. You're just looking at each other's tables, and you're like, maybe I should pick that up.
That's when I go to the bar.
Yeah, that's when you go to the bar.
And then you come back and be a drunk seller. That's fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's when Ryan starts selling everything real cheap.
Yeah, cut the prices.
$5. Go ahead, take it. You know what's funny is at TFCon, that's what happened. I think JD took more Star Wars shit home than he did with Transformers shit.
Oh, I did. I totally did. I'm not ashamed. I hope that's how it goes this time too.
I'm sorry, JD. I'm sorry. I won't bring Star Wars. I won't bring Star Wars to a Transformer convention anymore.
I'm still okay with it.
No problem.
Listen, so am I, Dom. Bring them. Me and JD will buy them all.
Fucking right.
Listen, even when I unload, I can't even convince my honey that I unloaded anything. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'll have every show. The past few shows we've been selling, I've been having like pretty good days and stuff. And but I'm bringing back just as many boxes as I left with. She's like, "Did you sell anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Really?" Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like I said, hopefully, could unload, but like I said, we always seem to come back with it's seemingly more than what we left with, at least in their eyes.
Shout out to garages.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Word up. I don't have that luxury, bro. I'm in a fucking tiny ass 1-bedroom here.
It's all right. I got you, bro. Just leave it here.
As long as you don't charge me rent, bro.
Yeah, man. I got a German in the attic. I haven't charged him a dime.
Why don't you let him out and say hello, bro?
Say his name 3 times. It might just happen.
Oh man,
that was on recently. Beetlejuice. It was a good show. Good show.
Yeah. So good shit. Cool. Good shit. Brian.
Yo.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
You been keeping track of the chat tonight?
I have been.
All right.
Indeed.
Got a real quick question. Has Sunday Heat been in the chat?
He has. Sunday Heat is in the chat.
I knew he was. Well, guess what? Sunday Heat. He loves everybody. Telling y'all right now.
Everybody.
We're just guys. I didn't plan this. We didn't plan this. You know what I'm saying? We all wanted to give back to the community when we started this show. We all had stuff we wanted to give away. We didn't want to make this the giveaway show.
Where did we start?
But shout out to the community. Last week it was Frogman78. He had an awesome prize. Shout out to Antoine Mega81 for winning that. And Sunday Heat reached out and he wanted to give back as well. And he hit me with a little prize for everybody in the chat tonight. Wow. Isn't that fucking incredible?
Dave,
really fucking incredible.
Get your wife to log on. Come
Yo,
on.
chicken fried steak, whatever your name is. Do it.
So, real quick, Brian, if you were keeping track of the chat, shout everybody in the chat out, and then we'll roll the dice and see who wins the prize from Sunday Heat today.
Oh, we got some people coming in here. What? Something's getting bimming away. Get in there.
Oh, and real quick, I was seeing like 30, maybe 40 people viewing, and I only saw like 20 something likes. Kielbasa slammed that like button, guys. Come on.
Yeah, shout out to that one dude that presses dislike as soon as it goes on.
As soon as
I love it.
Yep.
I look forward to that every week.
Oh, all right.
I said, fuck that guy. He got like 15. He got like 15 thumbs up right up his butt.
He can't Kielbasa smack the like button because it's too small.
This is true. That's a good way to look at it.
It leans a little bit to the right, if you know what I mean.
Hey, mine's to the left a little.
Hey.
Well, that would mean he's left-handed.
Yes, he does.
All right, let's go through it. Let's see, man. Got lots of people in here. We got Rob M in here, chat winging him. Rogue War 71, Lord of Shadowkeeper. Gabriel was in here. Sunday Heat. Thanks, sir, for the. I don't even know what it is. I'm excited to find out what he's giving away. We got Jason L in here. T-Man 978. We got Lance. We got Alex C was in here. Who was also at the meetup. Good to meet you again, sir. KJ Smith. KJ Smith had a birthday yesterday.
Yeah, he did have a birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, KJ.
We got Dan Plastic Crack, Classic Scuzz, Primicon, BZ Fresh, True Star Screamer, one of our guests tonight. We had Antoine Mega 81, Rexbot, EE Prime 20. The lovable Snuggable Deluxe Baldwin was in here. We got Danny V, Ralph L, Jason Y, Dapper Tryon, Josh F. We got Masterpiece Shippies, Alexandre, Frogman 78.
Frogman. I love that. Shout out to Liquid Therapy.
We got Cromdoors in here. It's up, Gort. We had Jason L, the letter L, as I refer to him here in the chat. We have Adamus Nitron, MP Collector, Jedi Mindset, Jay Zachary, Nerd Out was here. We had Cliff B, Mark 44 Prime. Mark 44 Prime just started a Facebook account so we can participate in the group.
That's right, he did. Yeah. That was awesome.
We got Dust Mites is in here. What's up, Dust?
What up, Dust?
We had Abraham. Abraham is here. Abraham said his son is stoked to attend his first NJCC.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Cool. I can't wait to see him again. Yeah.
Jiraiya Sama 7. We had Chuck in here. And Afote from Toy Detox.
Who the fuck invited Chuck?
And let's see here. We had Parts Former in here. That's Matt M. And that is it. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks, guys. And sorry, we didn't mean to not shout everybody out last week, but
I didn't forget you guys.
Yeah, JD remembered. JD
I have that list. I have that list from last week. Should I shout that one out too?
Probably like all the same people. No, but guys, we really appreciate it. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the participation. And like I hate to say that. I hope you guys don't expect this every single week, but the community is awesome, and people are stepping up and want to give back, and that's an awesome thing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Sunday Heat.
If the community keeps putting out these gifts, right? It has nothing to do with us. So
there you go, Dave.
I'm just saying.
It's true. It's true.
Hey, I'm just fucking around.
Jerry's just waiting for that Souls and Gold.
Yo, chicken fried
gift.
steak.
Chicken fried steak.
All right. Brian. Who you got, Brian? Who you got? How many was in the chat? 41? That's excluding some people. I know there were probably more people in the chat, but previous winners are not eligible. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to win and stuff. But once again, thank you for participating. Let's see who gets it. Random.org. Love it.
If I quit the show, can you put me on the list?
You got enough toys. You ain't winning shit.
Fuck that. Ain't no such thing as enough toys.
This is true.
Come on, man. We are a bunch of big 8-year-olds, so give me the toys.
I was listening to us talk earlier. We sound like a bunch of addicts. I mean, you know.
Dude, speak for yourself, JD. I'm a 10-year-old. Okay.
What do you do when they can't buy figures for 2 weeks? Oh my god! Fucking god!
All right, 41 people in here.
Ooh, awesome.
There's names. They got their numbers. Let's see. What's the pick?
27. Nice. Who is number 27?
Oh, Nerd Outlaws.
And T-Man 978.
Wow.
Nice, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
What was it?
But what
did he win? Keeping you all in suspense? Well, Sunday he hit me with a digital code for the recent release of Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the DC original animated movie. So
nice.
There you go.
Awesome.
You got a free flick courtesy of Sunday Heat. T-Man, hit Jordan up or hit me up personally, and I can shoot you that link right away. Instant download, brother. You can watch that movie tonight if you want to.
I know he'll enjoy that one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. I can't wait to. I have it actually, but I haven't had the chance to watch it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I know Jane touched on it real quick on Plastic Fanatics. He said he enjoyed it. Probably not up to the par of maybe previous releases, but I heard it was still a pretty decent watch. So. Thank you for Sunday Heat, man, for donating that download code. Yep. Appreciate it. Other people have been hitting us up, so just saying, hop into the chat. You never know. You never know. Any given week, you never know what might happen. Oh man. So guys, I think that might be our show for tonight. As always, we do continue the ROC Hangout unbroadcasted. So just like Kevin W, just like True Star Screamer, hop in here, chat it up with us. We usually go till midnight or later, and always good times. So let's just run it down the panel, get some where you ats, and that'll be it. First up, Energon Addict.
Yo, Energon Addict on Instagram, David Colonna in the Facebook groups here on Tuesdays. If you are going to be in the New Jersey area this weekend, come see us at the show. We're all going to be there. We're going to hang out. It's going to be a good time. Bring some money, too. Buy some shit.
Bring money.
Specifically my shit. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But overall, the guys on this panel, as well as the guys in ETR and anybody that's affiliated with the realm, usually have some awesome prices. So it's not what you think. We're basically giving the shit away. So come through. Yeah.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. JD.
Yeah, come see us at the MJCC, where I might have gas. You never know. It just kind of pops up whenever. Yeah, you can find me.
One can hope.
Yeah,
one
can hope. You don't bring money, I'm gonna have gas. We'll say that. You get some farts to the face.
Whoa, just going right to the face.
There's not a lot of circulation in that room, man.
I'll bring you some beans just to make it more potent.
Oh, damn it!
I'm gonna stink you out, Dom.
Anyway, respirator.
Yeah. You can find me, JD Brocious, on the Facebook groups, Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. Here with you guys on Tuesdays, and not this week, next week on
It might be a few weeks. Yeah, it might be.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
Well, never mind.
Shout out to Ace.
Yeah, usually on Figure Banging, but it'll be a couple weeks.
Listen, we need to work that out. We can't skip an episode. Even if it's a spoof, we need to make something happen. I don't know. Let's I'll chat with Dust this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Can't give up that time slot, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's precious. It's precious.
We'll figure something out.
All right. Brian Brink. Where you at, brother?
You can find me, Brian Brink, in the Facebook groups, at Brinklizer on Instagram. I still have not received any advice for getting paint smudge off my Wonder Woman's ass.
I said, have you tried licking it? And no one said,
you and 50 other people gave me that advice. It doesn't work.
It's a tried and true method. Oh, it doesn't?
You actually licked her plastic booty?
How many licks does it get to get to this?
Oh, God.
Center of a Tootsie Roll pop.
Wonder Woman action figure.
Everyone knows it's
very
3 licks to get to the center.
3 licks. Yes, 3 licks.
Well,
they got to be hard licks, though.
2.5 licks later.
Hey, if that's what's getting her off, that's pretty good. Shout out to you.
Sorry, Brian. You got it out? You got that out?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay. Cool. Sorry. I'm just thinking Wonder Woman's ass, and I'm distracted. I'm sorry. Extra Zero.
So you can find me here every Tuesday night. You can find me on Twitter at The Original Zero, in the Facebook groups as James Jordan, and on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network as Extra Zero. There's a space on the Xbox Live version. I hopefully will be making it to NJCC this weekend, but
you better fucking make it.
Well, dude, I'm not giving you an out. Your ass needs to be there. But just in case you're not, we'll take a group photo and we'll leave a space for you to Photoshop yourself in.
Well,
how about that?
You didn't need to tell him to do that. He would have done that shit anyway.
Nah, we'll talk about it, bro. But I hope to see you there this weekend, brother.
I hope to be there. So that's
good.
All right. Next up, G Money.
Yep, you'll find me with you guys here on Tuesday. Gary Allen in the Facebook groups. If you come to MJCC, I will make a recommendation to avoid the restaurant that's at the venue where the event is at, because that will be probably unpleasant. And yeah, I think I've got a new idea with the conversations. I'm going to bring a big pickup truck from work and rent out the bed for any additional table space, and I'll just do laps in the parking lot. So if anybody wants to sell stuff, I'll earn some extra money that way, just by kind of the mobile sales.
Mobile unit.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Big Dom.
What's up, guys? You can find me on the Facebook groups at Dominic Rosso, and I will be at NJCC with these jackals. And yes, you can find me on my chair, sitting down at the back of my
table. Bring a comfy one, all right?
Just come and show me some love. But it's going to be fun. So come out. It's a great time, guys. So if you're in the area, stop by, like everyone said. And I'm here Tuesday nights, so enjoy all this. Enjoy all that. It's coming right at you. Right, Brian? Stop looking down, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. And as for myself, Harrican BX all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Xbox Live, and the PlayStation Network. Here with these fine gentlemen hosting Breaking the Mold every single Tuesday night on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Before we head out, guys, remember to check out the website, realmofcollectors.com. The newly revamped site has a blog section headed up by Paul C. with submissions from members all throughout the realm. There's merchandise available on the website. We always appreciate the love and support. Shout out to friends of the show, Figure Photography Crate. That's Tim K on Instagram, Third Party Unlimited, and tfprototype.com. Shout out to Kuma Style as well. Dude is showing this show some love, and we really appreciate that. Check out Crashbox Customs on all your social media. They will be full force at NJCC this weekend. Check them out. Lots of cool dials will be on display. Cobra Law Records, the latest album from Nathan Haskell of Cabbages and Kings, is available on his Bandcamp. Once again, join us on Facebook, where there's a group, Realm of Collectors. We're on Instagram at Realm of Collectors and on Twitter at Enter the ROC. Send any What's in the Fucking Box and Shelf Life videos to entertherealmcast@gmail.com. Please pull up a chair to the Cool Table Network. What is it? It's a hub for like-minded podcasts, including Enter the Realm, Plastic Fanatics, Figure Bangin', Shattercast Uncut, Toy Detox, Nerd Rage Radio, Beer and Vultures 40K, Stasis Lock, 8 weeks building up to it, Fresh Communication, and of course the show Breaking the Mold. You can find the Cool Table on Facebook and check out all those other podcasts on iTunes and Google Play. Please send any feedback or topics for this show to breakingthemoldcast@gmail.com. You could also send us an email if you want to be a future call-in guest on the show. So that's going to be it for this week, guys. Tune in next week at NJCC Spectacular. We're going to have Dust Mice on the show, the rock father himself. Making his first appearance on Breaking the Mold, so we're looking forward to that. And that's it for tonight, guys. So thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to everybody listening. We are the ROC. So get to know us. We'll see you next week. Peace out, guys. Later.
Forget about it.
Bye-bye.
Great week, everybody.
Bye-bye. See you this week.